Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. I'm just a little on the tired side. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I want to talk about, I was reading on um, Facebook, because like little news threads sometimes come on my Facebook page, my Facebook, and I was reading um, that um, this black woman, I don't know, let me know if you guys heard this story. I've heard other stories as well of this black woman had got a weave put in her hair and the glue, because some black women get glued, they get glued on. They get. I've actually had a glue on before myself, and this particular black woman, she got um, a glue on weave. She had it glued into um, on her scalp, into the tracks glued on, and it's a common practice. Some people get it. Some people get them sewed in. I've had both. I've had them glued in. I've had them sewed in, but I don't do that no more because both times when I got them glued in and I've gotten them sewed in, it's taking my hair out. Each time. So I don't even wear I don't wear sew in weave no more. I don't wear glue in. I just get me a half wig, quick weave, and call it a day. Like, this is what this is. Now I'm keep it real, keep it 100. This is what this is. This is what they call a half wig, quick weave, and that's what I do. And I take it off at night. Go figure. But I don't do the glue in and the sew in anymore. Now, well, apparently, like I was saying, she had a sew in weave. Apparently, I mean, not a sew in. She had a glue in. Apparently, she had a glue in weave, and it was glued onto her hair. And apparently, the glue from the weave, they said she had the weave done. Now, I don't know if she had a perm put in on top of that, and then had it glued on. But they said that she went to the club, went out. They didn't say club per se, but they said she went out dancing that night, and she started sweating. And when you start sweating, when you sweat, your pores open up. You sweat, comes out, and your pores kind of open up. And so what happened was she sweated, and her pores opened up, and the chemicals from the glue had seeped into her body, apparently. And when she came home that night, she had came home early that morning, that following morning, and she passed. Her husband or whatever said she passed out, and then so they rushed her to the hospital, and she was unresponsive, and they couldn't revive her, and she winded up passing away. So I was reading this news piece on Facebook, and I was like, wow, it's kind of like wow, kind of blow my mind a little bit because um and I've read other stories. I have read other stories of the glue from that they use to glue the weave into to the scalp. Had some black women had a bad reaction from it, and I've seen where black women have had pictures and it's taken their natural hair out and all that stuff. Um, so I don't know if this is. They said that there has been a few cases over the last year of black women dying because of the glue. So that kind of makes me wonder, what kind of chemicals are they putting in this glue? What kind of chemicals are they putting in this hair glue that is causing? I don't know if some black women are allergic to it. Might be some black women might be allergic to it, but I don't know what kind of chemicals they're putting in it, but whatever chemicals that they're putting in this glue, they need to go back and redo it because that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Me, like I said, me personally, I tried to glue in one time and I tried to sew in, and both of them took my hair out. So I don't do, needless to say, I don't do sew ins. I don't do glue ins anymore. I just get me a half wig, a quick wig, and just call it a day. And I take it. I think that, in my opinion, I think that that's probably healthier to do is to get yourself a half wig, a quick wig, and something that a wig because you can achieve the same style. And a lot of black women like to actually have it sewn into their head, so they don't have to worry about they. It gives them a feeling of it makes them feel more natural, makes it feel more natural in your head. You don't have to keep taking it off. But yeah, this woman apparently had just had the weave glued into her. She had just had her hair done. So it wasn't a situation to where she had it in too long. She had just had it done. And she sweated, and then the chemicals from the glue got seeped into her system. So I don't know, like I said, it goes back on the manufacturer of the glue because it kind of makes me wonder what kind of chemicals are they putting in this glue. Um, but it's really unfortunate that she had to lose her life over this glue and this weave. So I just read that and I just was so shocked. I was like, wow. Um, the only thing I guess I could say to that is black women, that are if you're wearing a glue-in weave, do your research. Do your research and make sure that the things that they're putting, because we got to be careful. We do have to be careful. I know personally, I don't do perms because one of the reasons why I don't do perms is because of the chemicals that's in the perm. The chemicals that they put in the perm, um, it's not good for you. It's not good when it'll literally seep into your bloodstream. It seeps into your bloodstream and gets into your bloodstream. And they said on down the line it could cause cancer or um, it might cause other MS or something like that. I've heard of that. And you know what? I believe that because I know I have a really sensitive scalp, you know, or some black people might want to call it tenderhead. I'm tenderheaded. I got a sensitive scalp. So every time I would get a perm, it would really burn my scalp really, really, really bad. And then after I would get it done, my scalp would flake real bad, really, really, really flake really bad. And years ago, I used to get when Jerry curls were popular, I would get Jerry curls. And I stopped getting them because it's like a two or three things that they components. I think it's the stuff that they put into your on your scalp to straighten your hair. That stuff burned, and then it's some other stuff that they put on it to before they roll your hair up. That makes your hair curl and stay in that curl. So it was a couple things, those couple things that was being put in my head, and it used to torture me. It used to really, really torture me when I would get a Jerry curl because, oh my God, my scalp would be burning so bad. And so I just made a decision one day that um, I was going to stop doing the perms. Of course, Jerry curls, they played out, so they kind of phased out. So but I made a decision that I'm not going to wear perms anymore years ago because um, I just decided that I didn't want to keep putting those chemicals in my body. I personally, that's my own personal decision. I'm not knocking anybody else for wearing perms or whatever, but that's my personal decision that I decided that I didn't want to keep putting those chemicals in my body. You know, and so because I have a sensitive scalp, so I can't. I have to be careful what I put on it. Um, right now, I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of my natural hair is quite gray, and I'm contemplating on. I was contemplating on getting the gray taken out. I thought about dyeing it, but then I thought about, well, if it's a lot of chemicals in the dye, I don't want to fool with it. So I was actually thinking about putting a rinse in it, but we'll see. You know, but I'm very careful because I really, really don't want any chemicals on my scalp at all. Period. You know, and so I would suggest, highly recommend that Black women do your sisters do your research. Do your research. Make sure that when you're uh, read the ingredients. It's as simple as reading the ingredients that's in the glue the glue compound that you're putting in your hair. Go ahead and read the ingredients. Google some things. If you're not clear about what a certain ingredient is, Google it. That's what Google is there for. Google it, research it. We got research at our fingertips now, so you can go on Google and learn about just about anything. So I would highly recommend that sisters start doing your research before you put these chemicals on your hair, on your scalp, you know, because even the medications and the foods and stuff that we eat, we don't know what they putting all kind of stuff in, even the food that we eat. And so we just have to be careful nowadays. We just have to be careful of the different chemicals and things that they're putting in this stuff, that it's not highly toxic to your body. And I think maybe in her case, maybe she had a bad reaction. But I've heard of some other cases too of Black women having bad reactions to the glue in the weave, and they either lost their natural hair and it caused burns and stuff on their scalp, or they passed away, or they got really sick. So um, it's worth it. It's worth doing the research, and because I'm I'm not against weaves. I'm not against weave. A lot of people talk about weaves, and there's a lot of controversy about Black women wearing weaves and all this stuff, and we're the only race of women that get scrutinized for wearing them because other races of women wear weaves, but we're just like everything else. We're the only race of women that get dogged out and scrutinized for it. Um, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with wearing a weave because it's something different. If you want to put your hair in a particular style and your natural hair can't achieve that style, um, it's nothing wrong with wearing a weave to achieve that style. Or if you want to use the weave as a protective hairstyle, to protect your natural hair. It's just something that a lot of Black men don't understand, because they're not a woman. Um, it's a lot. If you want to color your hair, like I said, there's chemicals in hair dye. So you want to color your hair, you got to put all that stuff in your hair, on your scalp. When you get a weave, you can color the weave and do all that stuff to a weave, and your natural hair is still, and your scalp. You don't have to worry about getting all that into your natural hair in your system. So like I said, personally don't have a problem with weaves, but at the same time, I am concerned about black black women. Excuse me. I am concerned about Black women wearing the weaves and wearing them safely, and being safe about it. I mean, if it's going to cost you your life, then you might want to think of an alternative hairstyle. I mean, maybe the glue in is not worth it if it's going to risk your life. If the glue is toxic and it's going to kill you or make you sick, or cause you to get cancer or whatever like that, it's at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Like I said a long time ago, like I said, I quit doing glue in. I did both the sew in and the glue in, and they both took my hair out, and so I made a decision that I'm not gluing and sewing in anything into my hair anymore. So I do the quick weave. This is a half wig, and okay, I'm not fronting, and that's what I do. I do either a half wig, quick weave, or whatever you call it, or I'll do a wig. Okay, that's how I roll. You know. So that's a healthier alternative to doing the glue in and doing the sew in. Because what I do is I just take my piece off every night. I just take it off. I braid my hair underneath, and I take it off at night. You know, because I used to wear them at night. I can't wear them at night anymore. So I take them off. And so I love the different styles that they come in. Like I said, people knock weaves. I don't see a problem with black women wearing weaves, but at the end of the day, your health is more important than a hairstyle. Your hair is more important than wearing a hairstyle. So we got to think of our health first. We got to put our health priority over looking cute, and wearing achieving a certain hairstyle. And like I said, I decided a long time ago that I wasn't going to wear perms anymore and all that because of the chemicals. I didn't want to be putting those chemicals in my body. And so that's us black women. We have to think about that. We have to think about our health, and you got to really, really be careful what you're putting into your body. And it was really unfortunate to hear about this story about this sister, losing her life because of the glue. And it's all about doing your research, you know, and everything. But that's really sad. These companies need to be more careful about the chemicals that they're putting in this glue for the weave the sew the weaves on. Um, so let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you guys read any stories or heard any stories of black women dying or getting sick because or having a bad reaction to the glue that is used to sew the weaves on. Let me know if you heard any things. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I got some more interesting video topics coming up. This is Sweet June.